Good afternoon, YouTubers. Welcome back into another edition of Astros Recap. David Artis back at it. It is Monday, May 1st, 1:22 p.m. So before I actually start this podcast real quick, this will be probably... Let me see if I can fix this a little bit here. Apologize for this, but I was a little... Alright, that's better, right? A little better. Anyway, try to make this very, very brief. This will probably be my shortest podcast all year. No more than 10 minutes. So I'm going to make things very quick. I am tired. So, be like this all week. I didn't know if I was going to get on today. But I'm at least up enough to do this right now. So, anyway, Astros 3-3 this past week. The month of April now is complete. So you're through the first month. Also a good time to get on, obviously, at the end of each month is also sort of a good recap of each month, I guess. But the Astros, the goal of April is not to, it'd be awesome to play, awesome baseball and have a big, lead in the division and be, that's not important. Just stay afloat, basically. In April, I think is the goal. And the Astros did that 15-13 after 28 games. So obviously you'll take that. But now it's May, so now's the time to sort of get going and try to rack up some wins, series wins. And, I know the Rangers have the early division lead, like two games. The Astros are in second, so nobody else has come out of the gates, I mean, the Rangers are good for now. We'll see how long that stays that way. But, I mean, the Angels aren't playing good baseball. Surprise, surprise, right? The Mariners are not off to a good start, and the A's are just, the worst team in almost all of baseball. So there's no team that's out to this ginormous lead early on. So the Astros have nothing to worry about division-wise. But 15-13, so a few things. They did win 2 of 3 in Tampa Bay. I was actually looking forward to the series because Tampa was, undefeated at home. They were 13-0, us going in. They'd homered in every single game thus far. So to go into Tampa Bay and take 2 or 3, especially after losing the opener, was a big deal for them. So, and in the first game, it actually got off to a pretty good start. We scored some early runs, but Urquidy struggled once again pitching. So he, the Astros scored 1 in the first. They gave up 1 in the bottom half. They scored 2 more in the second. Urquidy gave up 2 more. So it's like the Rays were matching us early on. Every time we got a few runs, but they ended up pulling away later in the game. But we shut them out in the second game and the third game. So back-to-back shutouts. So our pitching was very good. Garcia once again in the second game of that series was huge. Third game was, I guess it was Hunter Brown. So your fourth and fifth starters were very, very good in those 2 games. I just want to make sure I'm not really looking at the phone. I don't want to get into this here a whole lot, but I just want to make sure I'm not, messing up anything. But I believe that was back-to-back shutouts, Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's see here. Yeah, 5-0, 1-0. So day off Thursday, losing 2 or 3 to Philly was tough. You come back home and they couldn't hit. Really, that was the story Friday and Saturday, is that they just couldn't hit. So yesterday they hit enough. Urquidy did pitch well. Also got hurt, so he got taken out mid-inning, basically, in the 6th after getting an out. So he did qualify and actually got the win, but pitched better. But now we'll deal with the injury and see what that... I have no idea what to expect. No update there. Tinkered with the lineup. Alvarez missed the entire Tampa Bay series as he flew back home and arrested the neck. Also missed Friday's game. Came back and Saturday, Sunday... immediately made impact Saturday with 2 hits. He doesn't, Alvarez, I don't know. I mean, the hand issue last year, now he's got neck issues. It's always something, but again, if you just got to roll with it and hope that nothing is going to turn into anything worse than what it seems to be at this point. So, but Garcia's had back-to-back good starts. Urquidy sort of flip-flopped. Was good yesterday, but again, the injury we'll have to wait and see. Fromber's been fine. Javier's just sort of back and forth. It's like good start, bad start, good start, bad start with him. So we need to see more consistency there. But yeah, we have to wait the word on Urquidy's injury. It might not be anything too bad. Hopefully it's not an IL stint because I don't know who they'd bring up. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody they could bring up with the minors, but I mean, you think it'd be Whitley? I mean, that's the first guy that comes to mind, but I don't know if they want to bring Whitley up quite yet. I think he's more of a September guy. I think at some point during the year he will be called up, but I don't know if we need a spot start that it would be Whitley out of the gate here. I wouldn't be opposed to it because it's time. It's way past time for Whitley, but I don't know. We'll have to wait. I don't have any word on Urquidy and the severity of the injury. Hopefully it was just something precautionary, and the bullpen did a great job after he came out. So, I went to Neris. I think Neris, Montero, Abreu, and Presley to close the deal there. It's their 4 best relievers, or the guys they're going to use in those type of situations. So, yeah. Pena had a few home runs over the week. So, I mean, but they were sort of meaningless. I mean, I don't expect Pena's been one of the guys we've been very disappointed with. But when I think about the people we're very disappointed with, well, now that the month's come to an end, I was thinking about this last night. Who's the one guy you're most happy with, the most guy you're most disappointed with? Pretty easy on the disappointed with. It's Jose Abreu by a mile. I mean, here's a guy we brought over thinking that we'd really get a jolt offensively compared to last year with Yuli Gurriel. Knowing the defense wasn't going to be what it was, I was willing to downgrade defensively if it meant offensively we were getting some power hitter. And he shows no power. He can't hit. He can't play first base. The occasional hit he does get are singles. So Abreu's just been a huge disappointment. I mean, no homers. No homers. So maybe Chicago and the White Sox knew what they were doing when they let him go. But he has been just absolutely abysmal. I mean, I just think yesterday's game, bases loaded, nobody. How does Dusty continue? Yeah, I don't want to be the guy that creeps on Dusty, but you have to take him out of the 4-hole. You cannot continue to hit him clean up or 5th or wherever. He needs to move down to 7th, 8th in the lineup. That's how bad he is. I mean, there's easily 6 guys I can pick that I'd rather hit in front of Jose Abreu. That's the big issue I have. It's like you get good production. Whoever your leadoff guy is, Dubon obviously had a 20-game hitting streak. Bregman, Alvarez, Tucker, and you slot Abreu, who's just nothing, right in the middle there, screws everything up, I feel like. So I can't stand to see him continue to hit 4th. I mean, we're a month in now. He played 28 games, and he's done nothing. I mean, they moved Pena down to 6 or 7. Now he's been moved back up. But Pena's sort of gone back and forth because he couldn't hit leadoff. So I just don't get why you continue to hit Abreu 4th, and also he shouldn't play first base. Where's Jhonier Diaz? I need to see more of him. I want to see him get a fair chance. And let him play first base. Let anybody play first base other than Jose Abreu. Abreu, DH, or Alvarez. I understand you have to play. I mean, you have to play one of them in the field. But, God, I can't stand Abreu right. He's the one guy. Don't want to go on a rant here because I only got, 1 minute left here, and then I'm going to get off. So, I need to see, not need to see, but Alvarez is the guy I'm most impressed with. And, I mean, sort of expected this, but he's been as advertised. And what do you have, three spring training games? And he's also been sort of in and out of the lineup a little bit here and there. Doesn't seem to faze him. So, I mean, I'd pick Tucker, but Tucker's cooled off a little bit from his hot start. Bregman still is giving you nothing, so that's disappointing. Also made an error yesterday, which usually isn't his thing. He's usually very good defensively. Pena needs to step it up. Well, Dubon had the day off yesterday, but as far as him playing second base, it's been good there. Maldi is who he is. He's hitting 160, 150. I said if he got to 200 by the end of the month, I'd be okay with that. That's not the case. That's just who he is. He can't even catch anymore, though. I mean, You talk about disappointment, it's probably Abreu and Moldy. I mean, we know who Moldy is, but usually if he can't hit, at least he's playing great defense. But he leads the league in pass balls. He can't catch. So if he can't catch, he can't hit. He's basically Jose Abreu. So, but my feelings towards Moldy have been, known for a while now. He's no good hitting wise, and if he can't catch either or do anything to catching, I mean, they got options. Corey Lee's stuck in AAA because you want to get him. This love affair with Moldy just drives me absolutely insane. But that's where I'm at. Didn't want to break down the team, but when I do that, I sort of get riled up, so I didn't want to do that. But Alvarez, Tucker, fine with them. The platoon at second base, which has really become Dubon's. Like, Hensley's lost out. Hensley's been bad this year. It's been small sample size, but he hasn't proven that he should be an everyday guy. Mauricio Dubon has proven he should be, so he will be. But he did have the day off yesterday. Jake Myers, I think he's filled in, with the Chaz being on the IL for, 2 full weeks now. Myers has done a good job. I mean, he's not been he hasn't been awesome, but as far as playing center field, he's doing at least what Chaz McCormick would do. He's hitting 270, 280. I'll definitely take that. I mean, he's got 2 home runs. He hit one last night. So, yeah, in the left field, we're still waiting on Brantley. So Brantley should be actually here within the week, 2 weeks, something like that. I think May 8th, for some reason, is that date that, So it might be early next week. We'll wait and see. But wrapping things up there, I probably left a lot. I could get into a whole lot. Bullpen-wise, Seth Martinez is the guy that just can't do it right now. That's the big guy in the bullpen that's just not very good. But, yeah, other than that, rotation, doing enough. Offense needs to... I had 2 bad games against the Phillies. We'll see if they can sort of pick things up here against San Francisco for 3. Then they move to Seattle as I look at the schedule here in the right corner of my eye. So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I left out a lot this week. Again, next week's going to be a little rough, a little short. But short and sweet. Love to hear your comments. Obviously, section below. The good stuff. There is there on YouTube. Smash that like button. Share with your friends. My loyal 8 subscribers. Thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you next week.